Hi guys, I'm Climate of Joe. Welcome back to a new YouTube live stream on the Climate of Joe YouTube channel. Welcome to the stream. We are live on the Climate of Joe YouTube channel. We're live today, so just going to pop this into my Discord server that we have actually started a YouTube live stream. There we go. Right. Welcome to the stream, everyone. So, what am I looking for? Gonna go this way. And I want to get some more XP levels a minute. I would like to get some more XP levels, so I'm going to go this way. It's the tunnel I want. Well, I believe it's the tunnel I want. Not entirely sure if I picked the right tunnel, but you know, it's one of those. Why is my stream being so slow? There we go. I should come at first, shouldn't I? I should come out first as a joke. Right, come on. So in a minute, a little wooden plank should just emerge, because here it is. I found that there was a spawner right here, so we're gonna wait for some mobs to spawn in a second. I'm just gonna quickly close the door. Right, we have some mobs turning up. Hello, Redex. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. How are you, Redex? I haven't seen you on the streams in a little while. How are you? Did I pick up anything? No. Oh, hold on. Oh, good. That's good to hear. There we go. I don't really need the rest of those. We got any wood on us? No, we don't. Ooh, mobs. There we go. Let's continue killing all of these. What we've just done, let's just go in a sec, pick up those XP levels. We've invented this system. I built this system months ago, I built this months ago, but I took away the chest yesterday. I've reinvented this, so instead, this hopper here, I've reinvented it so the hopper goes this way and all the way to the house. So it just transports everything. You've been terrorizing villagers in real life or in game. Oh, pardon me, everybody. Jesus. Game, of course. I've been mining in Minecraft. I will admit, guys, I'm trying to slow down with the Minecraft stuff at the moment. I'm trying to launch a podcast on a different channel where I talk about film. So the latest video I did was an episode. I basically ranked all my favourite Doctor Who episodes, which was a Herculean task, because I thought, oh, I'm going to use about 10, and I ended up ranking about 45 episodes. I ended up picking about, I don't know, 10 from each Doctor, which is ridiculous. I ended up ranking loads, because I'm like, I've watched the show long enough that I watched all of the David Tennant era, the Matt Smith era, the Capaldi era. I watched pretty much every episode of the Whittaker era. Jodie Whittaker, not a bad Doctor. Main problem for her was the fact that she had really terrible writing. Her big thing for her tenure was the fact that there was a lot of bad writing. You did the entire 15th Doctor series. I did most of them, actually. I did most of them. I did most of those, actually. I really liked quite a few of his episodes of his season. I didn't like the Robot Revolution. I liked Lux. I liked The Well. I liked Lucky Day, and then I liked the Interstellar Song Contest. I didn't think I'd like the Interstellar Song Contest. My only bone to pick with it was that you could tell there was a little bit of political messaging behind it. Which I normally don't care about, like, the political messaging. Normally, because it's not exactly obvious all the time. Sometimes it is, but Doctor Who's always been about that. Doctor Who's always used little messages like that, though. If you get what I mean. If you go back and watch the episode with the Slovene, that's an anti-war episode. That's an episode about the Iraq War. Our scientists have looked above our heads and found great weapons of mass destruction. And that was the justification the Americans used for the Iraq War. That the president of Iraq had... it explains why it's goated. Yeah, you use... A lot of people moan about it, but you use what's current... You use what's current as information as inspiration. So the episode with the Slovene is about weapons of mass. When they say about weapons of mass destruction, it's actually they're drawing inspiration from the Iraq War. That was the Americans' justification for the Iraq War. That Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction, and that's what the episode of Doctor Who's talking about. Which is why the Doctor says he doesn't have weapons. When Philip Green, the Slovene's, saying about we found weapons of mass destruction above our heads, the Doctor said there are no weapons of mass destruction. He's just invented it, and that's the whole. That's what the idea was there. They've always done it, but it was always subtle. I don't mind if it's subtle. I don't mind if it's subtle, but sometimes people whinge about stuff. But Doctor Who's always been like that. And I actually really like the Slovene episode. I really like that episode. I think it's a really great episode. Let me think of another Doctor Who episode that was similar. Let me think of another Doctor episode, guys, that was sort of like similar. People moan about the message if they don't like it. That's true. That is true. But it's half the time, though, Red X, it's people moaning about it. Half the time it's people moaning about it because they want to find something to moan at. The problem with people today is that they complain for the sake of complaining. Like, for example, Doctor Who Lucky Day. 12th and 13th Doctor probs. The 12th Doctor was great. Peter Capaldi was a brilliant Doctor. The writing was really good. The problem with the writing under Jodie Whittaker was the writing didn't match the storyline. The 12th Doctor was really good. The problem with Jodie Whittaker's Doctor wasn't the acting; it was the fact that the way it was written made it feel like it was for 3-year-olds. When Doctor Who was always aimed at young sort of teens. Doctor Who was initially aimed at teens, so it could be dark. It could be dark and darkish and that, but it's later emerged during the 15th Doctor that Disney vetoed things. Season 3 of Ncuti Gatwa's era should have already aired. War Between the Land and the Sea was apparently meant to air between seasons 1 and 2. 8 to 12. Well, not really 8 to 12. It was initially aimed at people like 12 years and up, which is why Doctor Who actually says 12 on it. I love Doctor Who, guys, but I think the storylines... I want them to make the stories darker. I prefer the darker storylines. I would love for them to do... I would love for them to do a spin-off of the Time War, where you just have... Obviously the war, you can't because the War Doctor's dead, but there never was meant to be a War Doctor. There never was meant to be a War Doctor. The War Doctor was always meant to be Christopher Eccleston, but Christopher Eccleston didn't like the scripts for the Day of the Doctor, so opted to not do it. But there was a very real possibility that he initially would have accepted it, but he was shooting something else at the time. But he read the script and he didn't like it. Which, fair enough. It's an amazing thing though, guys. That's why I liked The Well so much. They wanted to make The Well even dark. The episode The Well, they wanted that episode to be even darker, but they had to make it lighter because there could be 4-year-olds watching it. I would love to see a dark Doctor Who episode though. No, I think that's where that's where they were going with Ncuti Gatwa. I think Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor was becoming darker and darker. Like he did say to the guy in Interstellar Song Contest, "How's your week been?" My week's been all right. I've done nothing, guys, that I wanted to do. All I have though, guys. I don't intend to get rid of this world or stop playing it. It's my forever world. I love it. I've had this world since I was 14. I've had this Minecraft world 10 years, guys. In fact, if we're going on that regard quickly, how long I've had this world for. If we're going on a regard of how long I've had this Minecraft world for, I've had this Minecraft world for 10 years. In fact, guys, I will admit, guys, the only thing I've done this week, guys, is I've walked nearly 40 miles this month. In the last, not today, I haven't gone on a walk today, but in the last 7 days, I've walked 34 miles. Sorry, 35 miles. Sorry. I have walked a little bit in recent days, guys. Hello, Creepity. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, I've walked 5 miles a day for the last 7 days, which is pretty good. I googled it the other day how much weight that is that you would lose. Well, I don't plan to do fortnights, like, but no offense, Fish Splash, but making more making constant chat, making loads of channels for different types of content is a waste of time. You might as well do it all on one, because that means you'd have to shoot like loads of videos a week. But yeah, I've never played Fortnite. I don't intend to. The only other channel I've got, guys, is my filmmaking YouTube channel on my podcast channel. The only other channels I've got is my filmmaking one and my podcast one. So my podcast one is about film, because I talk about, obviously, films I like. Here, watch the first episode, guys, of my podcast. I'll pin it. Nightbot has got the link for me. Nightbot has got the link. I ranked my favourite films of 2025, and then in the next episode, which I ranked my favourite Doctor Who episodes. I ranked a lot of episodes. I ranked quite a few episodes. I ranked 45. I just said those for examples. Yeah, but the reason I get that answer is because I have a lot of people that ask me to play Fortnite, and I just have no intention of playing it. Roblox is cooked right now. Hasn't Roblox always been cooked? Like, even 10 years ago, it looked shit. 10 years ago, Roblox still looked the same as it does now. You forgot that game existed. Well, Roblox still looks the same as it did 10 years ago, and I thought it was a dodgy game 10 years ago, 10, 13 years ago. But yeah, How was your week, Red X101? Sorry, I forgot to ask you that. I feel rude because of the shit updates. Yeah, but though. Hello Joe, how is the stream and how are you? The stream's good, I think, and I'm really good. How are you? Too bad my country banned it. Yeah, you got so many subscribers since I last saw you. Hello, Sigma Squad, welcome to the stream. Yeah, we hit 8k in the early February. We hit 8k in early February. We've slowed down. We're actually struggling to hit 8,100. Surprisingly, that is actually something that we are struggling at a little bit. Jumping from 8,050 to 8,070 has actually been really, really hard. Surprisingly. But yeah, thank you. That's really kind of you. Yeah, we're aiming to hit we wanted to hit 9k by the end of April. I don't think we're going to do that now. That was what we were predicted in May. So let's have a look what the prediction is now. Then let's see what YouTube predicts now. I'm not looking. Now we'll look. Right. We're predicted to hit 9k by the 7th of March 2028. So guys, we're predicted to hit it in 2 years. We're predicted to hit 9k in 2 years' time now. We're predicted to hit 9k in 2 years' time. So basically our prediction hasn't gone from April to 2 years' time. Hello Joe, I have bad news. I'm sorry to hear that. You don't need to post other content, Fish Splash. That's not how YouTube works. Posting other content isn't that. Oh shit, my foot. If you're predominantly a Minecraft channel and then you upload a Fortnite clip, most of your Minecraft fans have absolutely no interest in Fortnite. It's not about dragging fans in, it's about dragging the right fans in. Apparently this is an achievement round, cool. My friend died. He spent only 7 weeks with me. I am so sorry to hear that, Sonic Saga. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, going what I was saying, Fish Splash. Do you have to purchase Fortnite on PC? I don't know, I think you've got to purchase it. I think you've got to purchase it everywhere. You know, video games that are generally made by big companies you need to pay for, I think. I don't know, though. I've always wondered with that. How does bloody Epic Games make money with Fortnite if they made the game free? Because they said you can't. Most thing you've got to make money to add the game improvements, and obviously make the game, because making games costs money, as does like film and everything. So I've always wondered. He was actually always nervous. Some others, yeah. V-Bucks, but I said, how does the game make money? Most of the games from Epic Games are free. Yeah, but they've got to pay to make them. So aren't they constantly losing money by doing that? But the V-Bucks cost real money. Yeah, but then you're still, even if you're buying loads of V-Bucks, that's still not going to be able to generate enough money to make a game. Video games cost millions to make. So if they're constantly making games for free, how much money are they constantly losing? Like, for example, goodbye. Have a good rest of your day, Sonic Saga. Have a good rest of your day. Yeah, but the thing is with those video games is how do they make money? If they make them for free, how do they get their money back? Because it costs a lot of money to make those games. That's borderline. You could go bankrupt doing that. I don't know. Like, for example, movies. If say I'm making the next Marvel film, the next Marvel film is cost you 200 million to make. You need to make your money back. But you need to make your money back 3 times for it to be a success. So, for example, say the new Marvel film cost 400 million. They need to make 1.2 billion at the box office to yeah, it can't be free though, because they need that money. Realms wouldn't generate enough money. They've got mods and skins wouldn't generate enough money for them to make the game, because the people that make the skins have to be paid a certain amount. People that make the marketplace have to be paid a certain amounts. So they have to. The game has to be sold. You just can't make things for free anymore. Yeah, but that wouldn't generate a lot of money though. They get paid. It'd be a little bit more than 10%. It'd be a little bit more than 10%. 10% would be too much. Would be 10% would be too less. But it would be less than 10%. It's not going to be 10% because 10% is a lot. Hold on. Well, Java's a little bit more. Java's slightly older, so Bedrock can't run Java. But there, it's basically more slightly different. No, but what I was saying, guys, is you can't make games for free. Like Minecraft will never be for free because they can't afford. They won't be able to afford to add all the updates. They wouldn't to pay the staff to make the updates. You got to think to make an. They need thousands of compute. They need really expensive hardware to make those updates. Yeah, they need expensive technology to make those game up to obviously to run the game and make the updates. Those computers cost. Those computers and those servers cost tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of pounds. Think about the electric bills as well. How much all that costs. It's not just about a game being. It's not just about the video game, guys. It's about everything else around it. Yeah. Controllers are expensive. Well, yeah, they are. But they are very specific, though. Like, only the company can make the controller. The fake ones kind of work, but then the fake ones also can be... First class honours. Are you sure you're not in university? Because first class honours is university level. That's not college level. Are you sure you're not in university? Those put and elite are a scam. Well, they're not a scam. They're not a scam. They have to charge a certain amount to make. They have to charge a certain amount to make the money back. You know, they've wasted a lot of money on making video game consoles. They have to get the money back. So you guys want new video game consoles. You want Xbox to make the new Xbox. You want Sony to make the new Sony. Without you buying controllers and things and get video games from them and video game consoles. Yeah, they need to make the money back to fund the next generation. Bro spent 350. Yeah. Joe, I will say the name of the question. Yeah, you don't need to say the name, Duffel. That's not a very good idea. Because people can track you down. No, but when you said first class honours, first class honours is not the first class honours, that is a university level. If you get first class honours, that is university level. That's not college. I don't know, like £400 in the UK, I think. I think they're like £400 in the UK. Have a good rest of your day, Fish Splash. Thank you for watching. I'm confused. First class honours, when you just said about first class honours, that's not the grading system that a college would use. that would be, you would have merit, distinction, or pass. If it says first class honours, that's a university standard. But first class honours is is a degree. First class honours is a degree level. But yeah, first class honours is literally when you're studying for a degree. That's not a level 3. A level 3 is like a diploma. A level 3 is a diploma. Yeah, a first class honours degree is the highest undergraduate academic achievement in the UK in university standards. But a college wouldn't do that. Level 3 is not a degree level, so it wouldn't be a first class honours. It would be like a distinction. So they said if I was in you, I would have got a first class honours. Ah. Yeah, you probably should have said that, Duffel. When you said that it was a first class honours, I'm like, that's uni level. That's not college. That's what I meant. I wouldn't believe that too much though, Duffel. I wouldn't believe that too much though. Even though that's good, I wouldn't put too much thought into that. Because there's a massive difference between college and uni. I can't hear the Bluey intro. I think you just heard the Sky Sports intro because my dad's watching Sky Sports downstairs. I wouldn't put too much thought into that though, Duffel. I think you should just focus on. You got 30 people instead of 10. It's pretty good. That's good. No, 20. I mean. Anyway, what was I going to say a minute? Yeah, I wouldn't put too much thought into that though. Into the grades, because putting too much thought into the grades can also lead to only thinking about the grades when you should be focusing on just making the work as good as it could possibly be. If you focus too much on the grades, like I did this, and I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of this. I used to always think about the grade, and then I used to always think about the grade, not about the work. It's always worth to forget about the grade. You've also been writing a book. Cool. What on? Out of curiosity. I am also writing a book at the moment. I'm writing Dawn of Planets book 5. I can tell you guys what I'm on. It's not going to come out, maybe it might come out in 2027, it might come out in 2028. I'm not entirely sure yet. But as it stands, I am on chapter 6. I'm on chapter 6 and I have wrote 11,400 words so far. It's called Trapped in Hell's Prison. Interesting. How much have you wrote so far then? Out of curiosity. Good luck to me because my exams are in 2 weeks. Good luck. Good luck on your exams. User Sheikh Mustan. Ow, wow, 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 wow. Sorry, I got my foot caught on the metal bar of my desk. Yeah. As it stands, guys, I am working on a book. I've wrote 11,000 words in the first 6 chapters. It's going to be a tough one. Yeah. Why do you spell tough with as TUFF? That's the really 11,000 words. That's tiny. I've got a book coming out in November and it was 77,000. I think. Yeah, 77,000. Sorry, I'm going to have to spell check tough. Hello, Chelsea. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, but I lied. I didn't hear what you said. I said 11,000 words is quite short. I've got a book coming out in 6. I've got a book coming out in about 8 months' time. That the final word count was 77,000. Yes, 77,000, guys. 77,000. I wrote it's got how many chapters is One's War? I got a copy of One's War here. I don't know how many chapters we've got on it, but I might as well quickly just go have a look, guys. I'm gonna have a look. The book's gonna be called One's War. It comes out in a few months' time. I'm gonna have a look a second. How many pages One's War has? Oh, it has about 300 pages. One book I got 30 to 60 chapters. It depends though. That doesn't really matter. Chapters doesn't matter. A chapter could be as long as 30,000 pages and as high as 1 and as low as 1. Made the cover yesterday. Cool. If you were to join my Discord server, Duffel, you would love the writing discussion page. There's just a whole section on where you can put book writing stuff. We made it. Well, I made it over a year ago. Cool. Hello, the Emerald. Welcome back. Yeah, my Discord server, guys, isn't just my YouTube Discord server. 71 chapters. Wow. I'm going to pin my Discord server, guys. 309 pages. That must be like a chapter every 5 pages. My book that I'm working on, that I've published, One's War, it has 300 pages. The book that I was working on, One's War, has 300 pages. And it's only got like I don't know. I'm about to have a look how many chapters it's got. Here's One's War. Joe, make a kind of thing called school. What do you mean school? Let me, guys, I'm just going to ready. This story first published in November 2026. This book comes out in 2026 in November. Chapter 1, The New Approach. A news camera was aimed at a desk. A news camera was aimed at a desk. Through the camera, the picture was a little blurry at the start, but focused in on a young man in a suit at a desk. The events of May 1st will be with me for the rest of my life. The number of lives lost would haunt me for years and years to come. My thoughts and prayers go out to each and every one of you. My government will strive to draw out these terrorists and anyone else determined to harm the people of the world and this union. We will not rest. We will not be dissuaded from our task ahead. We will move mountains in heaven above to rid our union of these monsters. We are ever your servants. We, ever your servants, shall and will never back down to anyone at home or abroad. That's the first line. Right. What was I actually coming to do? I wanted to see how many chapters we had. Chapter. Oh. Chapter 1, 2, 3. Right. Chapter 1, The New Approach. Chapter 2, The Project. Chapter 3, The Injustice. Chapter 4, Loyalty. Chapter 5, The Unprecedented. Chapter 6, The Worldwide Festival. Chapter 7, The Gift. Chapter 8, Tours. Chapter 9, The Vanishing Man. Chapter 10, The Military Revolts. Chapter 11, Unofficial Secrets. Chapter 12, The Unfolding. Chapter 13, The City of Blood. Chapter 14, Special Operations. Chapter 15, Witch Hunt. Chapter 16, Worse Than We Thought. Chapter 17, The Disappearances Start. Chapter 18, The Search for One. Chapter 9, The Vanishing Man. Chapter 10, The Day the Union Stood Still. Chapter 1, War. Chapter 2, The Sword. Chapter 22, The Sword, I mean. Altogether, guys, this book has... If I click the review button... Altogether, this book, which comes out in November, has 77,253 words. There's 22 chapters. And we have about 300 pages. I'm very close to finishing a mammoth book. It's over 1,000 pages. Cool. I want to make a book with 1,000 pages. I think eventually... The first line of a book. Well, the first line of my first book was bodies were slumped across the beach. The first line of my second book, The Attack from Space, was there are many worlds out there, some dead. That's the first page, yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, so chapter 13 feels a bit too bloody for me. Yeah, chapter 13 of Dawn of Planets 1's War is about a serial killer. The main character goes up to Manchester to hunt down a serial killer. He's trying to hunt down a guy that's basically murdering women. So he's... The main character is like... the main character is a military man. He's very good. The main character is a military man. He's a very good hunter. So he goes up there with this idea of, I'm just going to hunt down this serial killer and I'm going to deal with him. So that's the whole thing. The whole point of chapter 13 is the fact that he's hunting a serial killer. He just goes up north. with a cup with two guns and two daggers and a sword, and says, "I'm going to hunt him down." And that's the whole. And it all ties into this guy has an inkling of who it might be, of who this serial killer is, and they don't know who this serial killer is. He just has a name. He's looking for a man called. I'm going to reveal a little bit about this. I'm not going to reveal the name. He's hunting down a serial killer called the Invincible, a guy that thinks he's invincible. So the serial killer he's trying to track down has been given the name the Invincible. It's because he thinks he's invincible. And yeah, so he's basically, it's not a very bloody chapter. It's about a man that's... that chapter... So, I'm going to break down this. So, Dawn of Planets 1's War, which comes out in November, it chronologues 2 years of Agent 1's life. It chronologues 2 years, the first 2 years of his Supreme Generalship. He's the head of the armed forces in this book. And it chronologues him from day 1 of the Supreme Generalship all the way to his 2nd year in office as the Supreme General of the Armed Forces. So it's everything that happens to him during that tenure. So, he takes on terrorist plots. He takes on people that don't want him to be the head of the military. He takes on the former head of the military that basically thinks that he ratted him out to nick the job. It's basically, the reason it's called One's War is because Agent One is fighting a war on all fronts. He's fighting a secret war with an alien race. Well, I say with an alien race. He's fighting a clandestine table war. With his enemies. If you get what I mean. Basically, he's fighting a war with no killing. He's fighting like an ideological war with his enemies. Yeah. But yeah, on the chapter thing about books... On the thing about books, though, chapters are an interesting one. You can have as many chapters as you want, because a chapter could be as long as a page. So in Dawn of Planets book 5 that I'm writing, chapter 6 is not very long. All it's about is an election campaign. Oh, good. Do 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 do. Oh. I will be back in a second, guys. I need to go and find a place that I can sleep. There was a bed left over here, and there it still is. I need to go to the toilet. I'll be back in a second. Right. Perfect. Now, let's go home. Turn this ladder, turn this around, shoot home this way. There we go. Splendid, splendid, splendid. We're gonna go this way. Perfect. So, if I go up here, this is my secret. This is what my idea, guys, of what I was running with. I made a super secret chest room. Anything useful here? No. I created something yesterday that will help us. I created this room here. I can put the string in there. The spider eyes at the moment can go in there. Hello, Landon. Welcome to the stream. Oh, welcome to the stream. Right, let's just put that in there. Anything else that we got on our inventory? No. How are you, Landon? Welcome to the stream. The hell? That's good to see. Welcome back. Right, I'm going to go this way then, guys. I'm going to have to go down this way. If I go down this way, I can go this way. That's good. Share the bed. That creeper did not see us. That was good. That creeper did not see us at all. Oh, my foot. Ow. Right. Right, let's go this way. I want to get some more XP. Back, I finished the book. Cool. How many words is it, out of curiosity? Right, let's get some more XP levels. I'm saying that as a novelist. I love writing novels. My Joy-Cons are about to go flat, so I will have to... This is pretty... This little system works so well. We constantly get XP. I constantly get more materials. Everyone welcome Landon back. Landon hasn't been on the streams in quite a while. Hello, Pixel Dibble. Welcome back. What are we going to do? Tell you what, I'm going to put those bones in there and the rotten flesh so they can go home. Did I pick up any more? No. I picked up 15 arrows as well. I've been very busy. That's why. No, I said everyone. I didn't ask you why you hadn't been watching. I said everyone wish you welcome. That's understandable. I'm always very busy. I've wrote 3 books in the last year. I've wrote 3 books in the last year, so I understand what it's like to be busy as well. I think I constructed a weird theory that hasn't been tested yet. What is your theory, out of curiosity? Let's just wait for this. Let's wait for the Hey, I'm new to the whole content creator community. Are there any tips? I've been drawing a lot. Cool. I've been writing a lot. So, I'm new to the content community. Are there any tips you have for me to grow my YouTube channel? Don't do what I do. Joking. Advice. I'm going to look at your channel in a minute. It depends. What content do you want to do? It depends what content you want to do. What content are you trying to do? What content are you trying to do? Just give me a sec. I'm just going to have to kill some mobs across here so we can at least pick up some of this XP. There we go. What content are you trying to do? I just do random stuff. Yeah, but what content are you trying to do? Like, random stuff is not how YouTube works. Are you trying to do Minecraft content? I want to get a PC. You don't have to have a PC. You don't have to have a PC to do Minecraft. You can literally... I started my Minecraft videos with a camera. I started my Minecraft videos with a camera stacked on a couple of DVDs against my TV, filming what I could see on my TV. You don't need a computer to make content. But what I meant, if you're uploading random content to YouTube, it's very hard to get views. Because when people subscribe for a video, the chance of them watching one of your random videos is slim. If you get what I mean. So the way YouTube works, if you upload a random YouTube shorts, the chances are, yeah, it might take off. But then the people that do subscribe to you, the chances are they're not going to watch anything else again because they have watched that one random clip, and then you'll probably never shoot another random clip similar to it. That's how... I might stream me playing Minecraft on your Discord. Okay. Yeah, that's sort of how YouTube works. So, looking at your channel, whoopsie daisy. Looking at your channel, I can see a lot of random content, which some of it's done really well, some of it hasn't. My tips to you, because you wanted some tips, would be to make sure your content has a sort of rhythm to it. But I can't post actual videos. It only lets me post shorts. What? No, you should be able to post videos. Maybe, I don't know. What do you mean? You can only... Oh no, I don't want to put the torches in there. It will let you post videos. What a video is a short. Minecraft clips. Have you shot it in vertical? Have you shot it in vertical? Have you shot the video in vertical? Like upwards with your phone? Because if you've shot the video upwards with your phone, it will make it a YouTube short because you shot it in a vertical format. If you twist your phone the other way around, it'll upload it as a YouTube video. It's not... It's probably the way you filmed it. YouTube doesn't stop you from uploading YouTube videos. I think what you've just... From what you've just commented, I think it's the way you filmed it. We'll stop when we hit 30k. Sorry, we'll stop when we hit 30 XP levels, but we're doing really well here. I just picked up a 2 string. Cool. Yeah, it might be the way you filmed it. If you're shooting on your phone, and you shoot it with your with your phone pointing upwards, if you twist your phone to landscape mode, then it won't be a YouTube short, but it's probably because of the way you filmed it. If you film it in portrait, if you film a YouTube video in a portrait and it's under 3 minutes, then it will be a YouTube short. Switching your phone to landscape makes it not a YouTube short. So yeah, it's not that you can't post normal videos. It's wait a minute, my Joy-Cons just died. I can move the left one, but the right one's gone. Luckily, my controller's in. I need to grab my Pro controller, my wired Pro controller. I've had to grab that. Do you think ADHD opposes to autism? No. ADHD, you can have autism and ADHD. ADHD is where you're hyperactive. They don't. None of them counteract each other. None of those conditions counteract each other. You can have autism and OCD. Autism is not. You can have both. You can have both. Yeah, you can have both. None of them counteract each other. Obviously, in some countries, they think they don't exist, but ooh. We've got 30 XP levels now, which is good. Right, I'm going to quickly go this way. I'm going to have to go downstairs a second, guys. So I'm just going to take us down this chute, this little chute here that we've put in. And then I'm going to go AFK for a moment. This isn't a realm. This isn't a realm, but this is Minecraft Legacy Console Edition. This is Minecraft Legacy Console Edition, so this is not a cross-play world. If you don't have the same version of Minecraft that I'm playing, you will not be able to join, I'm afraid. Let's take all that out. Look at that. That little machine works really well. The hell did I just do? Hello, Red Hot Toucan. Welcome to the stream. Sorry, guys, I just went AFK. I need to go get a drink. Right. My little machine works really well. There we go. Hello, Red Hot Toucan. Welcome to the stream. Right, let's go up here, guys. Right. Shooting up. There we go. How are we doing, everybody? Do 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 do. Thank you to the people who subscribe. That's really kind of you. 96 of you have watched this stream in the first hour. That's pretty good, guys. I want to mention something on here, guys. Thank you for being you guys. Thank you. We're aiming to 9,000 subs. Well, by the end of June. We were going to do it by the end of April. YouTube now predicts us to do it by March 2028. I would love to see if we could bring that down. I don't know though. I'd love to see if we could do something like that. I think it would be interesting. It'd be an interesting sort of change if we could, you know, turn around and do that. Do 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 do. Right, so 30 hold on a minute. How long has that been there? And we've not noticed that. That's got to have been there for bloody years. And that's not been converted. But we've corrected the issue. I honestly had no idea that that bit hadn't been turned into concrete. I suppose if we had some white concrete, we could have done that, but we don't have any at the moment. So there's some other but there are little bitties that we will need to do. So I'm just thinking about what we're going to consider building next. I absolutely have no idea what we're going to build. Here we go. Pardon me, guys. I might end this stream soon enough, guys, because I'm probably going to have to go and have lunch in a minute. So, I'm going to thank you all for watching this stream, and then I'm going to end the stream. So, thank you.